You know, Mr. Russell Crowe, you are one crazy SOB. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for Unhinged. I really do appreciate it. Can you believe it that this film right here is the one that is bringing us back to the movie theaters? I do appreciate you tuning in, and if you want more movie reviews from myself, also trailer reactions, me responding to entertainment news or anything I think is cool, please right now click on that subscribe button, and if you like the video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. Unhinged is one of the first films that is bringing you back to the theater because I will not be there. It's being directed by Mr. Derek Borte, and when I hear that name, it doesn't ring a bell. I am not familiar with it. And when I look at his filmography, I haven't seen any of his films or heard of them either, except for one of his first, which came out in 2009, titled The Joneses. Now, around that time, I heard about that film a number of times from a number of people. They said it was good. They said I should check it out, but I never got around to it. So if you have seen that film, please leave a comment down below. But what is this thing about? Let's talk about it. Academy Award winner Russell Crowe stars in Unhinged, a psychological thriller that takes something we've all experienced, road rage, to an unpredictable and terrifying conclusion. Rachel, played by Karen Pistorius, is running late getting to work when she crosses paths with a stranger, played by Crowe, at a traffic light. Soon, Rachel finds herself and everyone she loves the target of a man who feels invincible and is looking to make one last mark upon the world by teaching her a series of deadly lessons. Ooh. What follows is a dangerous game of cat and mouse that proves you never know who you are driving next to, and you gotta be careful because those people are crazy. Okay, so that last part I just said wasn't actually in the synopsis, but I just added it because I'm in a silly mood right now. So one of the first things that I did like about this film was I think that everyone in human existence, in the world, in the whole universe, can relate to it in some form or fashion. Especially right now in society, there is a lot of social unrest. People are tired, people are frustrated, people are scared. And when you have all those things, things can get very dangerous and people can take things out on people, sometimes the wrong people. And like I said, that can be very dangerous. We've also all experienced some type of road rage, whether we're blowing the horn at someone or someone is blowing the horn at us. And like I said before, you really have to be careful because you really don't know who you are driving next to. And in this film, they're driving next to Russell Crowe. It's kind of interesting because he doesn't have a cast name in this film. He's titled The Man. His character name is The Man. And if you see the film, you will know why they call him The Man. But about Russell Crowe's character, I mean, the man can act. I mean, that's just another good thing about this movie, and he does a decent job in this. It's not Oscar worthy. It's not anything that's going to send you over the moon, but it is somewhat of a decent performance, and I can understand his frustration just a little bit, but that does not mean that I give him a pass. But actually, guys, when I say that those are the things that I like about the film, it really just stops there. Everything else, I won't say that I hated the film. I just didn't like it. Going back to Russell Crowe, while his performance was decent, I mean, the guy's annoying. I mean, he's the villain and you're not supposed to root for him anyway. And I feel kind of silly trying to relate this film to The Joker that came out last year with Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix. But, you know, in that film, you know, the Joker was a crazy maniac. But at the same time, and I feel kind of embarrassed and ashamed to say this, but you kind of feel sorry for him. You kind of could understand where he's coming from, you know. That's not the case in Unhinged here. Yes, you know, the man is frustrated and he's tired and he's just fed up, but I didn't feel sorry for him in any way. I just kind of wanted him to pull his pants up and be like, hey, man, get your stuff together. I mean, stuff happens. You know, we all have bad days sometimes, whether, you know, I'm not married or never have been married. I was going to say, like, you know, sometimes our wife leaves us or, you know, I can't relate to that. Or sometimes we lose a job or sometimes we stub our toe. And there's just no reason to go on some crazy lunatic moronic rampage like the man does in this film. So even though I'm not supposed to root for him, you know, I just didn't like him and you know, I couldn't relate to him in that sense. Another thing is I didn't like the main character, the protagonist, the person that we're supposed to root for. Her name is Rachel Karen Pistorius, like I read in the synopsis. And I mean, I don't feel sorry for her at all. I mean, you know, no one deserves, well, I don't want to say no one deserves. I mean, we do have a bunch of buttholes in society. She didn't deserve the way she was being treated in this film, but at the same time, she did kind of egg it on. And then when you have a character like that, it's just like, okay, you know, hey, give me something to where I can get on your side. And that's just not the case. You know, you shouldn't be talking trash and talking shit in the car, especially when you have your son in the car. I mean, that's just dumb. I'm not a parent, but I think I can be a better parent than this person, you know, right here. In my opinion, she's a slightly irresponsible. You know, she makes excuses, and she's not apologetic about it. And so, you know, when you have a protagonist and an antagonist that really has nothing going for them, I don't know how much the film can do for you as far as being entertaining. But it is slightly entertaining. You know, I will say that. I was kind of interested in myself while I was watching. Okay, I wonder how this thing is going to end. But what makes it worse is I could figure it out. I mean, one of the worst things about this film is it's very predictable. I mean, you can see things and these plot points unravel itself from a mile away. Actually 10 miles away. I don't know how many times I was like, oh, okay, I see this setup right here. This person is about to die. That person is about to die. Oh, this person is about to die too. I mean, you can see the deaths coming from, I mean, there was a number of deaths in this film. You know, the man, Russell Crowe, is a lunatic, but nothing was surprising. You know, I wasn't on my couch like, oh, snap, oh my God, can you believe it? Man, it's just like, yeah, he's going to kill this person. Why haven't you called the cops already? I'm exaggerating a little bit, but hopefully you do understand, you know, where I am coming from. And another thing about this movie that it just really grinds my gears is it is completely, in every way possible, unrealistic. I mean, just time after time after time, I'm just saying to myself, okay, these sequence of events would not go down like that in real life. If this person was in the car and they just got T-boned on the driver's side and the car flips over, the driver's not going to get out the car and walk around. That's just not realistic. And I'm just sitting myself like, okay, seriously, like, why did you put this in a movie? Did you really think that the audience is stupid enough to buy this? But I'm saying all that, and it seems like I'm really coming down on the film. I don't hate it. It just really was not that great. I mean, you know, just too many interactions with, you know, and especially with the climate that we live in today where, you know, so many people want to get involved. And even if we weren't in this climate right now, just a little bit of a life that I've experienced as someone in their mid 30s, things would not go down the way that happened in this film. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, trying to have a psychological thriller and, you know, put you in the shoes of the victim and be like, hey, this could happen to you. No, it couldn't. No, I mean, it could, but they really wanted you to, you know, extend your disbelief, you know, to a realm of non-existence that is simply silly, for lack of a better word. And so, you know, it's a 90-minute film, guys. You know, if I was going to the theater, if, you know, I didn't get some of the courtesies that were extended to me, at the very most, this would be a matinee. At the very most, I'm talking like $4 or something like that. You know, this is not anything that, you know, I would, oh man, I gotta go. Well, you don't know sometime when you're walking into a theater. I mean, there is some enjoyment that you can have out of this, but, you know, when you have characters that you can't relate to that are stupid and just kind of put themselves in silly positions, everything is predictable. You can see it a mile away and just nothing is realistic. It's just like, okay, you know, where, you know, what am I left with here? And unfortunately, it's not that much. If I had to rate Unhinged, you know, out of a 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Yes, a 5 out of 10, which as far as my grading scale is failing. You know, it is what it is, guys. I mean, you know, Russell Crowe, he is a maniac. He is a lunatic. You know, he's at his wit's end and, you know, he's just fed up, you know, but, you know, they could have put a little bit, I don't know, they could have put more together to help you understand the mindset of this crazed lunatic here. But guys, that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. And if you don't, that's fine. But let's let me know how you felt down in the comment section. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, like I said, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all that good stuff. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. I also have links down in the description box and the pinned comments. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.